This is Magnum Pi of Initiative Zero. I'm here with Sid, Ashley, and Defiler. We're going to play some Rifts. This, again, is just kind of a cool little side game that our channel has put on. The guys who are normally part of Initiative Zero have agreed that we're going to open it up to some other people that are interested in playing some other games too, so that more people can learn how to play games that are not Dungeons & Dragons. Not that there's anything bad with Dungeons & Dragons, it's just it's awfully popular, and there's so many other good games out there, like this one, Rifts, the kitchen sink of role-playing games. So, so again, we've got Sid with me, Ashley, and Defiler. Ashley, this is the first time you've played Rifts, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, and Defiler, you're old hat at this.
Well, it's actually the first time I've played Rifts in this millennium.
Well, there we go, in this millennium.
So
Fancy.
There we go.
Cool. It's been a long time. It's
been a little while, but I was pleased to find that I still had the books.
Wow, cool. So you got like the original books, or do you have the Rifts Unlimited or Ultimate Edition? Sorry.
Yeah, I ended up with Ultimate Edition as a PDF, but I have the original paper.
Wow. So they got like the curling, peeling back plastic edges and everything like that?
Oh, yeah, I've got everything.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How about you, Sid? How long has it been for you for Rifts?
I think about 30 years.
Cool. Yeah, for me it was my first game that I ever owned. So it's a good time. So if you are a subscriber to our channel, thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy this time. If you have not yet subscribed, just hit that button and you can subscribe and you can receive updates whenever we put out something new. We have our Chronicles of Darkness game every week. This one will post as we play and build up through this. This is just a one adventure kind of game. Who knows where it will go after that. But and I have my musings that I put on whenever I have time in my busy schedule to actually throw those little RPG musings up for you. But without any further ado, we're going to hop back in here. We were in the middle of some combat with 3 Samas power armor suits, and there was a spider skullwalker off on the horizon. A baby dragon bit off a little bit more than she could chew, and a shifter that had been accompanying this wagon train out into the New West realized that some action needed to be taken. And then he called back for help to Jad Fleer, a cyber knight that's been traveling with this group as well. And so what I'm going to ask Defiler to do is roll some initiative for Jad, just to get him on the board there.
Roger that. Dumb question. Are we using /roll to do that, or is there a macro I should hit?
You can do /roll, or you can hit the dice thing in the menu on the kind of menu on the left there. It looks like a D20, whichever way. If you know how to /roll it, knock yourself out.
I'll do it that way. Yeah, but I should. That means I just am manually adding my initiative.
That's right. Yeah, or you can do /roll that plus whatever your initiative is, and it'll do it. Cool.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's brutal. A good one.
All right. Good times.
That's all right. Last time you missed like my 5 natural ones.
It was beautiful.
It was horrible.
It was glorious. All right. So that's okay. That puts you at the head of the pack of the good guys. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. Could be a short game. We'll see.
Well, if I'm allowed, even before that turn, I'm just going to holler, "Stop! What are you doing?" I still have a good opinion of the coalition. I'm just still confused, but I'll pop my psi sword anyway.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let me just arrange our initiative order on my screen there. So,
and Dietrich is gesturing to you that the two of them are sticky, which you've probably seen before, by pointing at them and then gesturing as 2 fingers sticking together.
A carpet of adhesion.
Okay.
I assume this isn't our first rodeo.
Okay. Yeah, you guys could have worked together before. The only one that wouldn't have would have been the dragon, because she was born a whole 29 days ago or something like that. So
yeah, in advance.
Yeah,
Sid and I had talked about knowing each other in advance, and that we sort of look to each other for some certain flavors of guidance depending on the category.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Yeah, one of the Samus units looks more damaged than the other. They all look a little bit singed and melty from some fire breath from this little dragon. But so we'll start off the beginning of round 2 here with first action for Samus Power Armor number 2. It's going to swoop in, and now, if I'm not mistaken, Adine, you went invisible again.
I believe I am, while pinning one of them to the ground and just going at them.
Okay, so the one that you have pinned is Samus 1. Okay, cool. That's the one you're going hard on. Okay, so this one is going to swoop around and give a blast with its railgun. Again, the thing that has been biting into you not so nicely.
I have what seems suddenly like a rather important question, which is, am I wearing any of my armor?
You would, yeah, if you were offering so like protection, you might have been riding on your horse in your armor alongside
that's excellent.
The front,
so that's wonderful later.
Yeah, you won't be sky-clad fighting the Samus Power Armor. All right, so this guy has +3 on strike. Cool. And -6 for a total of -3, because he's going to be shooting wild for sure. There we go. A 14 to hit. And I'm going to just do average damage for these guys. I don't want to keep rolling damage all the time. So it's just going to be 20 mega damage to Adine. Yeah, as a blast of mega damage. Metal tears into you.
Well, if I get hit one more time, I'm pretty much dead. So.
Mm-hmm. And Samus 3 is going to swoop in toward Sid and
stand behind me
and give a blast at Sid as well, because you still have the energy field around you, I think.
Yeah.
For a grand total to hit of 10, which will still hit. Got to be above an 8 to hit. So that's another 20 mega damage to your shield there.
All right.
That brings us to Jad.
Well, I guess I will actually abuse the ability to instantly dismiss the Psi Sword, because it seems like a blaster pistol story to me. Do I need to burn an attack to draw my blaster pistol?
That you do. So you can dismiss. You can activate your Psi Sword instantaneously, I believe, or is it take a single attack? Takes a single attack. So
no, I believe it's instantaneous. If I don't mean to correct you, but
no worries. That's cool.
They talk about people like flicking it on and off, like to practice.
Cool. Yeah. So you can dismiss it instantaneously. That's for sure. But you can also it does take an action to draw a weapon though.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because these seem like tough critters.
All right. Cool. Adrian or Dietrich.
I try to use the minimal force, on things, but this seems like a maximum force sort of situation.
Yeah.
So how many actions do I have for the round left?
You have 4 actions. This is the beginning of the second round. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try the compulsion again on the other one, and the spell is gonna. I don't know if it's the one that just blasted me, but the compulsion is like visual, and it's just the image of the other power armor is Wingman is like malfunctioning, and he has to just like hold him and carry him back to safety.
All right, so you want to use compulsion.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I tried previously with a slightly different one, and it failed.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So cool. So it's going to just do standard saving throw against magic. These guys don't have any grand bonuses here. So difficulty to save versus magic is just a 12. And you don't have a bonus to spell strength or anything like that, eh? You're just...
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, well done. There you go. So he realizes he now needs to swoop in and pick up his friend and carry him to safety.
Oh, hold me, brother.
This is going to be a mess. Because they're both sticky, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's going to be such a mess. All right. Cool. All right. So you wait till he swoops within 60 feet, you cast your spell, and blammo. It's going to take effect. Oh, sorry, you begin casting your spell. It's a 2-action. It'll take 2 actions because it's level 6. So it'll take effect next
compulsion's
action.
level 6.
Yeah, so you'll cast it. I've already made the save, so that's okay. He'll get one more action before you're able to cast. Adine, what are you doing?
Well, I think she's just kind of like seeing red, angry, and in pain. And so she's just going to take it out on the guy that she's already got down in front of her.
Redoubling your efforts. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, what are you using there? Now, you're on fire as well, correct?
Say that again?
I believe you burst into flame, right? Your character can burst into flame?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that was it. I was on fire, and I'm claw swiping this guy.
All right.
So the 3d6 plus 8, yeah?
You have to roll a d20 first to strike, mostly just to... You're looking to make sure that you are trying to get double damage, but you got him pretty well pinned.
Oh my god. Man.
I played in a game on Friday where the sum of all of my rolls probably wasn't 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was last time.
It's
and looks like
brutal.
it's going to be again.
But you're on top of them, so it's really hard. Like if you rolled a 1, I'd say that you maybe just kind of hit the armor wrong. But it was mostly impossible for you to miss. So this was mostly to see if you criticaled or had a natural failure sort of thing. So you'll still hit and do damage. So you can roll your damage.
Oh,
and
okay.
Don't forget to add the fire damage to it as well.
So it's going to be 3d6 plus... Wait, what's the fire damage? I have to go to that. Flaming scales. So it's 2d6 for the flaming scales, and for the claws, it is 3d6. So just 5d6 plus
That's
8.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
5d6 plus 8. That'll do.
23.
Damn.
Cool. Cool, yeah. Rake right into it.
Is he dead?
No, but you took it's like melted claw marks to the front of the armor as you just keep going there.
While she's doing this, she's screaming, "I hate you."
Yeah, that's the squeaky dragon voice. Is this or is it this bellowing dragon voice now?
Yeah, probably bellowing at this point.
Cool. All right. So, what's your physical strength? PS on your sheet there.
17.
17. All right. So, all right. Well, what I do typically on contests like this is I take a look and see, because you have supernatural strength, it's got robotic strength. So I'm going to give you the added advantage of, well, actually pretty comparable. So I need you to give me a D20 roll and add your strength to it.
So D20 plus 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, it's higher than a 1.
Cool. Unfortunately, it's
Oh,
extremely
God.
strong. So it kind of rolls you off of him, and that's his action. So it's Yeah. It's you are no longer on top of him. He's rolled you off there.
Am I like laying on the ground, or am I on my feet?
No, you're still able to fight. You're not like affected. You didn't lose an attack or anything like that. He's just kind of managed to get some leverage and push you off of him so that you're kind of on the ground beside him now. He's still got to get up and stuff like that, but you're not pinning him anymore. So that brings us to Samus number 2 as we move through the round there. I guess I should advance things along so we know where we are. And yeah, he has he's going to land beside, or sorry, oh yeah, this is the one. This isn't the one that. Okay, he lands beside his friend, because he was the one that just shot Adine. So he lands beside the Samus that's on the ground there, and basically kind of puts himself there with his gun trained on you, and just looks over at him and yells, "Get up!" Right. That's what he does for his action. The Samus number 3 is going to do another flyby at Dietrich, and he will fire his railgun again. And an 8 will hit. So
All right.
20 mega damage to your shield.
Okay. Yeah, my shield's gone, and
Okay.
the rest goes into my armor.
No, it actually whenever armor is dispersed due to damage, the over damage basically is absorbed into that last point of armor. So it doesn't.
Look.
Yeah. So you don't get pasted the minute a shield or armor goes down, essentially. So there you go. But he swoops by, and Jad, what are you doing on your turn?
I plan to blast Adine's recent foe, I guess. Let's try to double down on that.
All right.
And my strike bonuses hand-to-hand have nothing to do with strike bonuses with modern weapons, right? Like, I see that there's a separate number that I should be paying attention to for that.
That's right. So if you looked at the strike bonus beside your blaster, you have to choose which setting you want. Do you want heavy or low setting?
Oh yeah,
or the high.
Let's
setting?
go all in. It's knife point range anyway, so let's go. Let's go 3D sneaks, I guess.
Cool. You only have 5 shots on the high setting. That's cool.
Okay.
Yep. So go for it. You're looking for an 8 or higher to strike with your bonus.
A 10.
There you go. That's a hit. And so you roll your 3d6. And you...
what that? 18.
Wow, nice. This was at the guy that just landed, or which guy was this?
It was the guy that Adine did damage to.
Okay, the guy that's still laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay.
those are beautiful rolls.
Yes, indeed.
666.
Cool.
The number of justice.
All right. Lamb, yeah, he's taken quite a bit of damage. He's got some dinks, some melted spots in him now and everything like that. So he's not looking happy. All right, and that brings us now to Adrion Dietrich, who has cast his spell, and now the guy that just did the flyby really wants to give somebody a hug. So carry them away, Superman them away. All right, Adine, you are facing down 2 of these things now. Oh, sorry. You wanted Dietrich to do something else?
Oh, can I be moving while I'm casting?
You can start moving. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I'm moving back towards the caravan.
Yeah,
and
we can say you got your spell off. Technically, you're supposed to, like, concentration rules and rifts are ridiculous. Like, you got to just be focused. But you can move, but at a slow pace. But you could wait till after you got your spell off to start running if you wanted to move faster. Yeah. All right, Adine.
So I've got these 2 guys in front of me. With the claw swipe, I can only hit 1 at a time, right?
That's right.
But with the fire breath, at the range of 100 feet, I can hit them both at the same time, right?
This is correct as well. Yeah.
All right, then I guess I'm going to have to go with fire breath because she still just wants to kill them all.
All right.
So 1d20. Oh, look, it's a good number. So excited.
Cool. Yeah, hit.
Excellent.
So you just open up
Four.
and a big blast of mega damage fire at them.
4d6. Ugh. 9.
All right.
Oh, little by little.
All
Little
right.
baby fire.
As you blast at them there. Yeah, and we come to Samus 1, who is the guy that you've got, who you had pinned. He spends his action standing up. And we are back to the next set of actions here. Action 3, Samus 2, he levels his railgun at you and is about to blast at you, unfortunately. So, it is what he would do. How much MDC do you have left there, Adine?
24
24.
of
All right.
200. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to...
Can I leap in front of the visibly injured dragon?
Not from where you would have been, no. But yeah, she can. You do have the option of trying to do a dodge. Adine, you'll be at a huge penalty, and you won't have any bonuses. But it's possible. You can always try. You are a supernatural creature. He will hit. You'll have to roll above an 11.
Like, oh, that won't be happening.
Yeah, essentially, if you got a natural 20, you would be able to avoid it. You'll use up an action by trying to dodge as well. But
I have a question for you real quick before we... So the bioregeneration that I have, it's it doesn't happen every...
not every action,
turn?
but every round. So when the round marker goes to
Oh.
3, you'll get to roll another d10.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
yeah. You're good, but you're not that good when it comes to regeneration. So you can either try to dodge, or you can just absorb the damage. It will be 20 damage. It'll put you're on death's door. Like, you're feeling pretty rough.
Yeah. So if I try to dodge and I fail...
Wait, sorry, you're invisible, aren't you?
Well, I'm on fire, though.
Oh, you're on, but... Oh, no, when you've been striking, you've been attacking, so never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So if I try to dodge it and I fail, I'll absorb the damage and miss my next turn?
That's next action, yeah.
Or yeah, my next action?
Both. Whereas if you just take the damage, you are... you'll still get your next action.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the damage because I'll still be alive and I can fly away.
All right.
As opposed if I miss the dodge and I get hit, I won't be able to fly away and then I will die.
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. So
Okay.
you take the damage. And, of course, this is beautiful because Samus 3 will swoop in here and essentially try to pick up Samus 2. And in doing so, will stick to him. And let me just take a quick look here at what these guys have. I'm going to give them both a check on their piloting skill just to see if they basically don't crash into the other guy that's standing beside them. Helps if I type the slash first. All right, so the one guy hits his target. The other guy stays standing and staggers a little bit, but they are pretty well stuck to each other, leaving Samus one, the injured Samus, to be the very injured, being the only one that has any real full. So these two are kind of tangled. They're pretty useless right now. So Samus 3 there. Jad, what would you like to do?
I like to stick with a plan once I've started it, so I'm going to keep shooting the same guy.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's a critical 1, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a miss then. Yeah.
Yeah.
A 1 when rolled on any attack is a miss. So the blast goes wide, nearly singes the dragon, who is on the other side of this, but goes wide. Dietrich, you've backpedaled a bit. You see your plan has come to fruition. What do you want to do?
Yeah, are any of the caravan folk watching us?
Oh yeah, they're all kind of, because you told them to circle the wagons, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're pretty well battening the hatches, looking over their shoulder anxiously. I mean, again, it's only been about 30 seconds. It hasn't even been 30 seconds since the engagement began, right? So they're still busy trying to circle things around and protect themselves. They are looking over their shoulder at what's going on there, but
any of them have weapons out?
some would have. Yeah, the minute those guys flew over, some people had their MD. Well, whoever had mega damage weapons had them out. But they're not. Mega damage isn't as plentiful as we might imagine it is. So the ones that do have the ability to do something are there, but these guys are pretty much on the defensive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give a loud whistle and point to the two of them engaged in their lovely dance in midair.
Well, no, they're on the ground. Yeah, they're on the ground.
Oh, point to them on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'll keep moving, and I'll try to use a good old energy bolt.
All right.
So, it's my first energy bolt.
Energy bolt, though, I think is just SDC.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Sorry. Let me go back to my spell list.
It is 46 SDC.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then I will resurrect another energy field around myself.
All right. Yep. Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. So that will stop your. Right. It's a semi-transparent wall or bubble. So what are you just creating a bubble around yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So because it doesn't move, right? It's there. So you're gonna have to.
Oh, really? It's just.
If you create a wall between you and those guys, then you can keep retreating. But.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will do that. Sorry,
Cool.
I didn't realize it doesn't move. That's very good to know. Yeah. So I'll do a wall. Wait, or I can do that as a wall.
Yeah, you can create it as a wall. Yeah, or a bubble.
Okay. I'll create it as a wall between me and them.
All right. Good times. Good times. Yeah, if you want something that kind of clings to your body and follows you, that's Armor of Ithon, which is
Got it.
A cool armor spell. Adine, you are still alive.
Yeah, just barely.
Oh, the dragon is currently invisible, right?
No, I'm on fire.
Yeah, basically, she burst into flame and started attacking, so she revealed herself when she did that.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's visible. She can start to fly away and turn invisible, though, if she wants to.
Yeah, that was going to be the plan. So shut off the flames, go invisible, and fly away.
All right, cool.
I was planning on flying back behind the caravan, so like having the caravan in between the bad guys and me, just so I can like keep watching, but like not get hurt.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sure. You're trying to fly to the other side of the caravan. Samus 1 looks at his comrades there that are basically doing the tango, and he kind of sees that they're unable to get unstuck. He, not so super experienced with the mystical things, he reaches in to try to pry them apart, and unfortunately also gets stuck. So I'm going to do some saving throws for these guys. If they fail their saves, they are stuck indefinitely, but it looks like the last guy is stuck permanently to the other two, and for the duration of the spell. The other two are only stuck for a short period of time. But boy, is it entertaining. So
3-body problem.
Yeah, that's right. It's high school physics all over again. All right. So what does it say here for Carpet of Adhesion? If they're successful, it is 2 6-sided dice for how many melee rounds it will take them to pull free. Sorry. So 3 rounds. Not 3 actions, but 3 rounds for them to pull free.
Oh.
For those other 2. The other guy, of course, is unable to pull free, but they can pull free from him. So Samus 2 is pretty much useless. So I'm just going to take them right out of combat here. They've pretty well lost the remainder of their actions as they're struggling against each other, all stuck to each other. Jad, what would you like to do with action number 4?
Well, the one I've been shooting at, which of those 3 stories is it? Is that the one that's now stuck permanently?
That's him. Yeah.
That's him.
Not that you can really tell, right? Like you can't, it's not visible so much, so it's just the real result, but you can't see it.
If we actually manage to like immobilize / capture one of these guys, I would make sure that I'm not just giving him the coup de grace. But in this case, he's still an active combatant. He's like wiggling, I guess. So I guess I'm going to blast him
struggling.
Again.
Yeah, they're struggling to get free.
At this point, Jad's not the quickest exactly knife in the drawer, as it were. And he is only just now realizing that what he should have drawn is the laser rifle that's on his back.
You can also, I mean, are you smart enough to realize that you could try to demand their surrender?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I am. Yeah. Yeah. Surrender and we'll stop firing.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Cool. And do you have any sort of bonuses to intimidate or trust or anything like that?
That's MA based stuff, I guess.
It would be listed there, kind of under your skills. Charmer, impress. So you might impress them, but nothing for trust or intimidate. So it'll just be a role playing. That's okay.
Gotcha. Charmer, impress. Where do you even see that on this list?
Right at the top, it says skills, and then right there, IQ bonus to skills, trust or intimidate, charm.
Oh, okay. It's in the sort of header cartouche.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I guess I just have that raw score, and shall I roll that? Or
are you trying to charm them or impress them, or are you just trying to demand their surrender?
I am not hiding the fact that I'm a cyber knight, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I have kind of stylized armor, and maybe we can forge a tentative peace here.
We can see if they're impressed by you. Yeah, go for it. Percentile dice. As your nope.
And I roll under right now, so no.
Yeah, you got to roll under percentile. So, your flowing locks blowing in the wind. Surrender.
Doesn't do it.
All 3 of them look over their shoulder at you for a second and go, "Huh?" Right? They're still struggling with each other. You can hear they're even like kicking in their jets and stuff like that to try to pull away, and it's not really having any of it. So.
Yeah, so I don't think it's fair to let me fire after having said that. But could I possibly have been switching to my rifle? This attack?
You could have holstered your pistol and pulled the rifle off your back. That seems
cool.
To be even you could have done that, leveled it at them, and said surrender, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's cool. All right, Dietrich,
Yeah, I'll pull out my gun.
Okay, you draw your weapon.
Yeah.
All right. Adine, still taking cover.
Oh, what I need is some mega damage rope, because then I could use the lasso rules to tie these kids up.
There you go.
Oh man, I need some MDC rope soon.
Yeah, Dean is still hiding, but she is gonna go cat size. Because
Okay.
it just seems smarter to her.
That is
She
very
wonders
smart.
if maybe she'll be in less pain. She doesn't know.
All right. So that brings us to Jad's last 2 attacks.
Hokey doke. And now do I get any attack bonuses because these guys are sort of struggling and immobilized, or
They would be, they're immobilized. So you would definitely be able to. Essentially, it's going to be they're kind of moving, right? They're still jostling, so there's a chance you could miss. But
okay,
yeah, which is
and
just
that. But you will handle that by maybe lowering the target difficulty number. It's not.
I'm going to basically
add my roll.
It's not an 8. It's going to be like a standard hand to hand difficulty.
Okay,
so you have to roll a 5 or higher. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can avoid a 1. Oh, there we go. 19.
Cool. Yeah, you'll hit them. And,
Excellent.
Yeah.
And this luckily has some actual ammo in it, and it's not going to immediately run out. And it's just regular 3d6.
That's right. Yeah.
9.
Cool. And you shot at the one you had been shooting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm focused on him.
All right. And we go all the way around again. And your 6th attack.
Okay. Same dude. Same trick. Oh, only a 3 though. God, I'm so bad at Cyber Knight.
Yeah, so basically he just kind of jostled right. They like seared his helmet pretty much, but that's about it. It didn't do much to him there.
Hold still so I can justice you.
That's right. All right. So so that brings us to the end of that round. So give me a D10 roll there, Adine, to get back some MDC.
A 9's pretty good.
So,
You get 9 back, yeah.
I don't understand what the description really means, and I know that we went over it last time, but I don't remember. It says 1d10 MDC per round.
That's right. Yeah.
And then in parentheses 1d4 times 10 MDC per minute.
Yeah. So there's 4 rounds in a minute. Each round is 15 seconds long. And so you would either get 4d10 or 1d10 times 4. Right?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So then I just add that 9 to my 4 and that's it. 13.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And I want to make sure it's 1d4 times 10 or if it's 1d10 times 4. Let me see. 1d4 times 10 sounds more Rifts-ish, but we'll find out real quick. Let's see.
These days we can just roll 10d4, but you wouldn't have written that in a book.
Back then, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
10 of those. What are you talking about?
Yeah, how many times have I got to pick this dice up and re-roll it? So yeah, it's 1d4 times 10 is what they did there. So basically they're giving you the benefit of the doubt. Essentially, if you take your time and just wait a full minute, each round would have given you potentially maximum. So you'll get between 10 and 40 back every minute, whereas every round you can get between 1 and 10 back.
Gotcha.
That's kind of how they did it. Yeah. So you got 9 back. That's better than a punch in the face or a blast from a railgun.
Yes.
So if you guys, we do a re-roll of initiative every round in this game. So if you guys give me a initiative roll, I'm gonna roll for these Samus here.
And
oh
what
my
is
God.
that, out of 20 again, right?
Yeah, the D20, and then add your initiative bonus if you have one.
Oh.
We're on 4 apparently.
Yeah.
Where do you find initiative
if you click on
bonus?
the comments,
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
right. So, Adine with the 17. I got Dietrich with the 4, and Jad with the 4 as well, but he goes before Dietrich. Good times. All right. And these guys, I'm going to roll my 3d10, or 3d20 rather. Each of them get a +2, so Samus 1 is at a 15. And the other guys are both at 11. All right. Cool. So these Samus are essentially just going to be struggling against each other the whole time. Adine, you have 4 attacks. What would you like to do this round? If anything, these Samus are just struggling against each other.
Yeah, but they could still hurt me. So.
Well, not right now. They're kind of. It's almost like playing Super Glue Twister. They're kind of like one guy reached across with his hand, right, and grabbed the other guy there, and now he can't get his hand off, and the other guy tried to put his foot on, his thigh and push off, and now he's stuck that way. Like they're all about to fall over. It's one big giant. It's really sad. So, yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me a second here. I think with where I'm at currently, even if I wasn't invisible, since I'm cat-sized behind the caravan, they can't see me if I decide to not be invisible anymore, right?
Yeah, you could be like hiding under a vehicle.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be like hiding cat-size.
Yep.
I'm going to turn my flaming scales back on.
Okay. While you're near the vehicles?
I'm like not like underneath them. Like they're between me and the guys who are all stuck together. I'd say like I'm like 20 feet away or something.
It's like 20 feet past the group of vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, you do give off a decent amount of heat, right? It's mega damage fire. It can melt steel. So it gives off quite a bit of heat. So if you want to remain hidden, though, like you would show up if you have that turned on any sort of thermal imaging, you would show up, even though you're invisible. So if you may want to, I don't know if you want to turn that on or off with just if you're trying to hide. That's all.
You should just lay low. We got this.
All right.
Just center your wah and heal up.
Center your wah. Nice.
All right. I'll just pass.
Okay. Cool.
So, Sid, do you have like some cartoon anvil you can summon over top of these guys and crush them, or like?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's great. I mean, one thing you can do, that energy field doesn't have to be defensive. It can be offensive too.
Ooh.
But so we come to Jad now. What's he gonna do? These guys are obviously about to topple over.
I'm just my brow is furrowed at the missing I've been doing. Like I'm not a smart man, but like I've practiced shooting this freaking rifle before. It's not my first rodeo. So I'm gonna keep shooting the same guy and just see what happens. I might be, this is Jad exploring what the world is like.
Now you can take aim. Right, you can improve your chances of hitting by taking aim, and I think you have a Wilkes rifle, right?
I do, yeah. I get a +1 to that, right?
Or yeah, +1 or +2 to aim shots with that. I can't remember what it's there, but that's over and above your normal bonus. Plus, you can do a cult shot if you wanted to shoot like at their head or their rifle or something like that. So it seems like you have lots of time on your hands with the way these guys are bumbling. So
yeah, so I will aim and prepare a called shot on the head of this guy, I guess. I'm just going to close one eye and just sort of, draw a bead on this critter. It's cool. Like something's not right.
So it's an extra attack to aim, and then it's an extra attack for a called shot. So on attack 3 is when you'll fire.
Okay, that's
with
fine.
your
That's
bonus.
completely
Dietrich, what are you up to?
So I see these guys are struggling. They're going to get free in a few rounds. So I can talk while I am casting a spell.
No, you have to be concentrating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you have to
Can I
say
talk?
magic words and stuff like that.
Can I talk before I cast a spell?
If it's real short, it's something that you would yell out in a second or two.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shout, lower your weapons and you can leave.
Okay.
And then I'll start casting meteor.
Meteor. What level's that one?
It's like level 8, I think. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, it's a free
fine.
action.
Cartoon anvil. Here we go. Excellent.
He is dropping an anvil on them. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, it's level 10, which would mean 3 actions, right?
3 actions. Yep. So it's kind of like your aimed shot.
Yeah.
That'll be so hilarious. Oh my gosh. If Jad fires and hits on his turn and then a meteor drops on him.
I'm going to think that was my fault. That's
Well,
awesome.
That would be
I only have
awesome.
enough PPE for 1, so let's do it.
All right. There you go. Oh, wow.
I can hit all 3, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
40-foot
and-
radius.
It's 40-foot radius, yeah.
That might you gotta make sure nobody else gets close.
Yeah, well, I think all of us are 40 feet away.
But
right
also it'll create a crater, right?
now. Yeah,
As well. So
it'll create a crater.
wow. Okay.
That's
Adine,
amazing.
you just hanging out or what's going on?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll just fast forward through Adine and the Samas fall over. They are trying to stay up, but they're struggling and just fall over. We'll go through those rounds then. And that brings us to Jad's called shot.
We never trained for this.
All right.
All right. So, do I get a strike bonus on a called shot, or is it just
Yep.
a regular?
So you get your normal strike because you're taking a single shot, and then you also, because you took an aim, you get the aimed bonus. And so an aimed bonus for these is 1 sec.
just a +1. It looks like, according to the sheet.
That's just that's the special aimed bonus you get for that weapon, but there's also a bonus that you get for taking aim.
Well, it says in the strike column though, it has 0.
Okay, so you normally have a 0 to strike, and then
And a +1 when aimed.
right, and then
And aiming itself is a
aiming,
+1. You're
the
saying.
aiming action gives you +2, so you have a total of +3,
Excellent. Thank you.
and it's at his head, which has
Zapper, Dapper, Japper. 11.
an 11. It's cool. That hits his head. Roll your damage.
Jesus.
Yes, plink. There goes.
10. And damage.
All right, cool. So that's, that's 1/7 of the damage his helmet can withstand.
Oh my god.
Blam. But his head, as he's falling over, he kind of falls toward you, and blam, his head goes back with the I guess it's not much of an impact force. The impact force is coming from the meteor.
Yeah, I guess it was at least satisfying. That's enough.
Oh yeah, you melted part of his helmet for sure. So let's do that meteor attack, which is you get a +4 to strike there, Dietrich.
Oh, okay. I still have to hit.
Still have to make a roll. That said, if you roll a 20, it's double damage.
Okay.
So you're looking at trying to get 8 or higher. You have a +4, so it should be pretty easy.
Okay. Yep.
14 then. Nice.
Cool. And you do 1d6 times 10 damage to the lot of them.
In their faces.
30. Cool. All right, and yeah, boom! There's a big flash as a as a chunk of flaming rock appears in the sky and just crashes into them. When the dust settles, they are laying at the bottom of a 40-foot deep crater that has been blasted out of the ground by this mega damage attack. Yeah, and that brings us to the next round of attacks here. They are still struggling. They're all laying there. Are you going to do kind of run to the edge of the crater there, Jad, and do another shot, or what's your plan?
Yeah. I'll clamber over to the edge and blink away.
So if you
I may or may not be able to tell which was which anymore. So, but I guess he has a melted head now.
I was going to say you melted his head, so you should be able to. Running over there will mean your next shot is a wild shot, though, because you're kind of at the end. So it'll be -6. To hit with that. But hey, if you get above an 8 still with the -6, you're still shooting.
An attempt.
Yeah.
But it is my turn to do that?
It is, yep.
Okay. 12 after modification.
Yep, so that hits. So you can roll your damage.
10.
Another 10 to him. Okay. He is
Blink.
not... yeah.
I am increasingly impressed with the sturdiness of this power armor he's in.
Samus is tough. It is your characters wouldn't know the value, but it has 250 MDC body. So
yeah, as a player, I know every. And I mean, I won't say I know everything about Samus, but like I know that the Samus is a beast. You know.
Oh yeah,
but
it's
Jad doesn't know. Jad knows now that they're the beast because he's been shooting it with a pretty big gun.
Yeah, and yeah, you get him good there, and he is going to. Okay, so let's take a quick look here what we got. Ooh. Okay, and yeah, these things kind of have lit up eyes and stuff like that. When you hit them, any of the exterior lighting and stuff like that kind of dims. He's taken some extra damage because of the excessive amount of damage that he's taken. So, yeah, he is not doing well at all. All right.
Please.
Cool. And that's your attack there. And Jad, what's Jad doing? Sorry, Dietrich.
Dietrich, you mean? Yeah.
Oh, do I have another action
This is your last one.
Okay, so I'm on the other side of my barrier, but I can't see any of them because they've been pounded into the ground.
Yeah, they are at the bottom of a 40-foot crater. Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll run up to the edge of the crater.
Okay.
Would I know how big your force shield thing you can get?
It can't move once he's built.
It can't move.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's got a wall there, but it's
yeah.
I think it's
Can you cast another one after this one?
I can.
Yeah. So would I know how big it can get?
Yeah,
probably
it's
seen
like
it before.
Okay. Do I think it could be used as a lid for this hole?
And it's a 40-foot radius, right? So the diameter is an 80-foot diameter. So it's way too big of a crater to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So you run up to, what do you want to do there, Dietrich?
I mean, it's 80. It's 80 at the top, right? But isn't it getting smaller as it gets towards the bottom?
It's 40 feet. It's like if ground zero was where they were standing, it's a 40-foot radius there. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not quite what we need. Never mind.
I'll shoot one.
Okay, so you -6 to strike.
Okay.
But you may have a bonus already. What kind of weapon are you using?
I'm using a Wilkes laser rifle.
Okay, so no bonus to strike, but you'll be -6. Nope. So we just shoot into the hole. All right, Jad's last 2 attacks.
Yeah, I guess this is an unmodified shot, so I'll just shoot a 4. Splendid 4.
Yeah. All right, and last attack.
A 1.
Wow.
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
All right. These guys are going to get unstuck at the end of the next round. So,
Oof.
yeah.
Good thing we've been delivering fire with military precision.
Yeah, and that brings us to the end of this round. I'm just going to stop keeping track this way. It's easier for me just to tell you what's going on. So, Adine, give me a D10 roll and get back some MDC as you hide out there.
All right. I'm at 18 now.
Cool. Good times. All right. And if you guys give me another initiative roll here, just to see where we are.
Oh,
Jazz
sorry.
with a 13.
On 13.
Dietrich with a 12. And Adine with a 13 as well. All right. Does Adine have any bonuses to initiative? It's a +2.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to add that. +2 initiative.
That's all good.
Yes.
That's all good. Cool. There we go. And these guys have a 9 and 14 and an 18. Good times. All right. All right, and there you are, Samus 3, still trying to. I mean, these Samus power armor are going to basically be out for the whole round. Still trying to get unstuck from each other. They're pretty useless down there.
They have to make this count, though.
Yeah. So what you can do, Dietrich can put an energy field around just them at the bottom of the. Right, he can't create a whole lid over top of the entire crater, but he could.
Just like a hemisphere.
Yeah. So, Adine, you still hiding out? Or are you going to start doing some other stuff?
Yeah, because if they hit me, I'll die still.
Okay. So, hiding out. Jad, what are you doing?
My brow is furrowed, but I'm going to keep trying to blink away at these guys.
Single-minded.
Guys. It's just like he's trained his whole life. He's only had a very little brain, right? And he's only had the bandwidth to do one thing, and that is to become a cyber knight, to do justice things. And suddenly there's justice things to do, and the shots are just going everywhere, and he just doesn't really quite know how to cope with that. So,
all right, are you doing another called aimed shot? Or are you
no, I'm not.
You're just plinking.
It won't save me from the ones is the thing. So I'm just
right.
going to shoot faster. It's blast.
I hear you.
A 6.
Into the dirt. All right.
God damn it.
All right. And Dietrich.
Right. I am. Oh, actually, don't even have enough PPE left for anything fancy. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna hit them with another carpet of adhesion.
It's a great spell.
Right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll try to restick them.
Sounds good.
The range is 40 feet.
Yeah, so you'll be able to splatter it all over the bottom there.
Yeah.
And let's see what these guys. So 2 of them save again. We'll say it's the same 2. So for 8 rounds, they are stuck there. So that gives you guys some time that you could get away. But yeah, they are.
It's 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. And Jad, you want to just keep attacking? Dietrich, what's your plan for the rest of the round? Just kind of move through it quick.
Well, I'll try to get them to surrender again.
Okay.
While I zap away into the dirt.
Yeah, you can give 5 more attacks if you want.
Hilarious. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. You're just, and he's like,
pew,
"Look,
pew,
surrender!"
pew.
just
fucking
open it up.
Just hit.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's a 2. You're kidding me. These dice are so cold.
You can use your sword, just don't touch them.
Yeah, just slide down to the bottom and just try to avoid.
I mean, I do have a lot of sword bonuses, but I don't think it would still save me from a 2. Maybe, just barely. I am pretty swordy. Swordulent.
They're like a Samus collage. A Samus.
There's some like Cyber Knight headquarters drone filming this right now. It's going to go in my review.
Yeah, Lord Coke face palming in the distance. All right, so, but Jad, just keep rolling.
Okay, I'll just roll the rest.
Yeah, just roll the rest of your attacks because.
Okay, 14.
14 will hit. Just keep rolling. You got 3 more rolls after this.
4.
Okay. Oh, sorry, 4 damage. Sorry. Okay.
4 damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And then another shot at 16. That'll hit. Okay. For 14 damage. It's a little better.
All right.
And a 19. I guess these are getting better. Which does 14 damage. Again.
Wow.
Okay. And I think I get one more?
1 more, yep.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. 6, though. We're back to normal.
Yeah, missing.
It's
All right.
32 damage.
Okay, so a total of, yeah, exactly, 32.
All right, they are just not doing well, and yeah, he. Let me roll 1 more here to see where we're at with this.
Is anything damaged enough that I feel like I could use my ridiculous telekinesis to like rip parts off or something? Is there anything that looks vulnerable now?
You could try to take the guy's helmet off.
Okay.
Right. That would be the next round.
Yeah.
But let me.
I'm just starting to ponder that.
Yeah, let me just give a roll.
God, no! I thought that was a D20. It's like,
yeah, no. Yeah, he is. He is not in good spot. So basically, you've blasted out most of the lighting on the outside of him. He is just kind of sparking and stuff like this. This one Samus that has just been taking the brunt of the damage. And Dietrich, you've been just yelling surrender between blasts as he just keeps unloading, missing, but just blasting away.
Yeah. Are they they haven't stopped struggling. They're still trying to get.
Well, they kind of, the one guy pretty much has stopped struggling. He's kind of pinned, like they're all just stuck to each other, just laying there kind of, servoing a little bit, but that's about it.
But we heard them talk before, right?
Yeah, and he flips it, but his loudspeaker is actually destroyed. So, but the other, right, and he's trying to, he's really in a bad spot, to be quite honest. The other 2 are not doing so well, but one of them yells out, "Surrender! We surrender!" Right, as they lay there in a heap at the bottom.
All right.
And yeah, and that's when at the end of this round, this thing comes over the horizon and just junk, 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 and kind of stops and lowers down at you the big double barrels of the giant rail guns just pointing down at you. the eyes of those walkers are red, right? So they just super, like the turret at the bottom kind of swivels, tracking the motion of the two of you that are standing on the edge of the pit there. And
Well, this thing is a lot faster than I thought.
yeah, it's pretty good. It can move pretty quick. Mostly also narratively quick. So and it over the loudspeaker from the Skullwalker. It says, "Release the Samus and we'll let you go."
All right, Jad, hold your fire.
Okie doke.
First thing I'm going to do is run back behind my shield. Not that it's really going to help. I can't actually end the spell early, can I?
Oh yeah, you can dismiss it for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you haven't actually created anything physical, right? Like it's just an effect. So
the carpet of adhesion.
Yeah.
I'm sure this was all just a big misunderstanding.
Okay, so he stopped firing. So yeah, I'll release the carpet of adhesion. The compulsion, though, is maybe now come true.
He did.
Yeah, maybe they do have a cripple.
Well, he wants to take him to safety, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll still try to carry him to safety. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to get rid of the compulsion as well.
No, I'll leave the compulsion.
Okay. And yeah, once they're free, you can hear, "Just get off me!" Right? Stop trying to get these. The guy keeps trying to grab him as the other one keeps shoving him back, right? And yeah, they make their way up on the other side of the crater, and they kind of go stand under the Skullwalker, and the one that's super damaged is having even a hard time walking. Like you can hear like the servos in his leg, kind of like, his leg kind of drags a little bit when he walks. Like he took a lot of damage. He is not in good shape at all. And even when they ignite, they get to the other side of the walker, which the head kind of swivels around and it leans down toward the other direction as its feet start to walk in reverse. The Samus take off. The one that's super injured, right? It's got to like double thrust its engines before it gets enough thrust to really lift off the ground as it takes off, and they head back in the direction which they came. You guys will be free to continue on your course as you make your way out. Clever, good use of those spells there, but you have pretty well exhausted all that you have available to you. However, I'm sure that there is a cat-sized dragon around somewhere that may want to do some interaction. I'll let you guys do a little RP after this event here. The wagon train stops its circling as they kind of take off.
Adine, are you okay? Do you need healing?
Real quick, do I get my what is it called? Bioregeneration roll?
We'll not worry too much about it right now. You will be healing. We'll worry about kind of how much you heal, because combat's kind of over with, right? So these guys have left.
Yes.
And we'll just kind of do a little RP to wrap things up. A lot of the guys from the wagon train come up and thank Jad and Dietrich for holding, for keeping them safe and holding off the coalition patrol there.
Jad tries not to blush at the number of missed shots. It's just like he's still thinking about it.
Well, they didn't see anything, right? You were shooting into a pit. For all they knew, you hit every single shot.
Justice.
There you go. What about Adine? What's she doing? She's still invisible.
I can't use healing touch on myself, can I?
No.
I can heal you, but it takes a few minutes to rev up. I'm not sure how long it'll take for you to just heal on your own.
And you're a bit loud there. Adine. So just yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Just need to make sure that we aren't blasted people's speakers. It's all good. So.
And with the healing touch, it says either 2d4 HP or 2d6 SDC.
That's for
Difference?
characters that are not mega damage. So they have two kind of tiers of damage. SDC is just kind of the rough and tumble scratches and scuffs of, like, movie fist fights. But hit points are like when you've really got stabbed deep, right? So it's the vital stuff. So you can heal other people with healing touch. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I guess my question is, would his healing touch do anything to me?
It usually recovers mega damage equal to the hit points. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in fact, I actually don't have healing touch. I have psychic surgery.
Oh, so that's not even really her bioregeneration will usually take
We'll
care
beat
of her.
that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, in an hour, she's got 1d4 times 10 times 6 damage healed back. So anywhere
Okay.
from
I just don't know
60
how many
to-
she was working with, as a pool.
Oh, like what do you have, like 200 or something?
Yeah, I'm currently, full number is 200. Currently, I have 18.
Yeah, so
Nice.
in an hour she could be full. If
Okay,
she
okay,
just
so we-
rest. Yeah.
This would just barely be faster. It looks like so.
Yeah.
So we'll save it for when you really have a critical wound of some kind.
Yeah. So that said, she's still invisible, correct? And cat size?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and cat size.
Okay. And then I'm just sort of looking around, wondering,
Yeah.
who's talking.
Yeah. So do you come out, Adine, or what do you do here?
No, she's going to stay invisible.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
She'll talk, but she'll stay invisible.
No, that's all good. But you come out from where you were hiding so that people can hear you, or?
Because I was 20 feet away, so I'll come closer so that they can hear me, but I'm still invisible.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, they'll just hear a disembodied voice. Can you speak American, or do you just speak Dragonese?
That's a good question. It's under skills. I read and write Dragonese and language American. So I have
Okay, yeah.
Dragonese and American, looks
Yeah.
like.
And your American percentage, though, is not all that high, I imagine. So,
Well, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know how that works.
do you have a number written beside that language American?
I've got 3 numbers written beside it.
Okay.
The third number is total, and I think that's what we care about.
Okay, then it's 65.
Yeah, so you'd speak with a bit of a Dragonese accent for sure,
Yeah.
but it's still intelligible.
I actually speak Dragonese,
Cool.
just in case we run into translation issues.
That's cool.
Alrighty.
Real good.
All right, so there you are, and feel free to interact as the
Wow.
wagon train gets itself all wrapped around and unwrapped and back on the road.
Adrion, you're amazing.
We need to get all these people moving as soon as possible. It's quite likely they're going to come back with more.
That's true, but you wrapped those bad guys up like nobody's business. I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, I can't do it again, and at least not until I sleep. So we need to move as fast as we possibly can out of here.
Let's do that then.
So I'll go back to just trying to help motivate everyone, figure out like who's our slowest, what's the slowest part of the caravan, and see if there's any way we can speed them up.
Yeah, cool. And certainly you've got some parts of the caravan that are literally like, it's a truck being pulled by horses sort of thing. Like they've there's not much fuel. So anything that was relying on liquid fuel that wasn't basically nuclear powered, any electric or liquid fuel vehicles are being essentially pulled by animals. because they didn't want to give up their vehicle, sort of thing. A lot of there are animal drawn carts that are designed to be animal drawn. There are some people that have some techno wizardry stuff that's powered by magic, but there may be 2 of those things, right? So,
is there one that's like slower than the rest, like a really big truck?
yeah, there's some slow stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Like maybe something that could be, I don't know, pulled by a dragon.
You could hook the dragon up, sure.
Well, I'll pitch it to her, see what she thinks of it. Anyhow, yeah,
She's
mostly
still
just
invisible, so you don't really know what to do.
yeah, mostly just trying to motivate the people to get everybody going as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm just running around the outside.
So, Adine, what's your plan then?
I don't really know. I don't think that she had any thoughts around or intentions about getting the wagon train going. I think she was just really upset she couldn't kill him. And so she's quiet and she's sulking in her invisibility so no one can see her.
So you hear a whimper in Dragonese, so no.
Yeah.
What are we traveling in with this caravan?
You guys have horses, don't you?
Yeah, but do we just sleep outside and?
Yeah, it's like they'll circle the wagons at night and light a fire, and people kind of tuck in, and.
Gotcha. So there's no wagon for her to go whimper in.
Not really, and she'd be too heavy for it anyway.
That's a good point.
Oh, even as cat size, do I maintain my weight?
Well, you can. It's kind of an exercise of will, really. So dragons are mystical, magical things that for some reason can be really small and walk around inside wooden buildings and not fall through the floor and at the same time crush somebody. So with mega damage force. So it's, we just kind of let it slide. Physics is a funny thing when you're a dragon. But
yeah, because I was thinking as the wagon train does start moving, obviously she will be like, oh, the train is leaving.
Yeah.
And so she has 2 thoughts in her head. One, that she could jump in a wagon and just sulk there until she's healed and better. The other was because the other 2 are riding horses. She could sit on one of the horses.
Break its back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to you can
just glide along.
If I can't hold on, if I can't keep cat weight.
You can glide along behind too, right? You don't have to. You only have so much time for metamorphosis as well, right? So it's only an hour a day.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So you don't want to waste it.
Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Okay. So, she's invisible, and so nobody really knows where she is or what she's doing. So just go back to full size then, so I don't waste that metamorphosis.
All right, cool. So you just kind of, do you want to interact with these guys at all, though? Talk to them? Anything like that?
Would I know anything about what kind of dragon this is from the glimpse I saw?
Yeah, she was on fire. So do you have demon and monster lore?
I do have demon and monster lore, yeah.
Yeah, give her a roll. See what you know.
I just barely fail it, though.
Okay. So it's definitely, one of the fire-breathing types, but you've never seen a dragon burst into flame like that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Cool.
Can I try it?
Yeah, if you've got it, you can give it a shot, too.
Okay. I have a 52.
Nice.
Nope.
Same sort of thing. You've never seen a dragon quite like her. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, reminded you of a great horned dragon, but it's the spikes on it were much longer and it burst into fire, it caught on fire, some sort of strange burster dragon of some sort. So,
as a possessor of horsemanship, exotic,
you could ride the dragon.
Riding it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it.
Sorry, that was loud.
That's right. One thought jumps into Jad's mind: mount.
Dragon rider. Yeah.
I will be the coolest cyber knight that has ever existed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's too polite to talk about it, though. He's not going to mention it.
I bet you'd be like, wouldn't it be cool if I had a dragon mount?
Yeah. Just funny idea out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. So the dragon train, which is kind of now what it is, the wagon train, continues on, and it moves along for a number of days. Much of the travel is now uneventful in the realm of the New West. There.
Can I roll my land navigation to see if I understand where we're going?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, give it a shot.
Does that mean Adine's back up to 200?
Yeah, you would be back to 200 now, and you are maintaining course. You guys realize that you're moving through the New West. You're heading to something called the main Eastern Way, and you'll cross the Missouri River and follow the rivers along going east toward the Black Hills. And once you come to the Badlands, you head south, and talking to the guy who kind of put the wagon train together, he says that you're heading to a town called Wall. It is a boomtown. They say they found a lot of pre-rifts artifacts in the Badlands, and there's a chance for some people here to make a decent living doing some mining, or just kind of offering some services to these people who are arriving now to take advantage of the rush.
Oh man, think of what the coming of the rifts must have done to the jackalope.
Oh, I know. Mega damage jackalope. Yeah. So, you arrive the morning of August 1st, in the town of Wall, and the town of Wall is a boom town on the ascent. The camp's thoroughfare is congested by freight teams, basically people unloading other things. They've come from the south, they've come from the west even. Settlements around here coming to this town because people basically are finding pre-rifts artifacts. It's congested by freight teams and activities. And it seems that there are two newly arrived gambling outfits that are setting up shop here as you guys walk into town with the wagon train.
You mean like casinos?
More like kind of like old. It looks very old westish, right? Like saloon gambling outfits.
Gotcha. So a bar that has gambling rather than.
That's right. Yeah, they offer cards and dice and
really.
things like that. Right? They'll have shows, dancing girls, pretty much whorehouses, the whole thing. And these gambling outfits are building up goodwill among the community here by parading their whores on horseback and giving whiskey away outside tents where they're doing business until they have a structure built. So there's actually, you can hear the sound of saws and and nails being hammered into wood as people are actually constructing here, right? It's a boom town. Like they're building the town as you're coming in. It's brand new pretty much. In the street, a naked woman actually appears amid the wagons and horseback traffic. Obviously a whore who is benumbed by some sort of narcotics in an almost trance-like state as she walks barefoot through the muck on the road. Road's just dirt, right? Animal droppings, all sorts of stuff. There's a big man who comes out of nowhere and puts a blanket over her and leads her across the street towards a large building on a corner lot. It's complete with a large front deck and an upper balcony that looks out onto the street. It has a large linen sign that's been strung across the front of that upper deck, with images of a large cinder block, music notes, and a bottle with X's on it. Below the images, hand-painted in unical, spanning the breadth of the linen for those who are literate. It reads, and I'm assuming you guys have some literacy amongst you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's American.
Yeah, it's written in American. It reads, "The Brick, Wall's only theater and saloon, now open." And as you walk in, as you move through town, people are very cautious of you as you are escorting the caravans wearing armor and carrying weapons. Even more worrisome are anybody that would be wearing power armor or giant robot vehicle, but none of you guys have that. That said, when they spy Jad, given the fact that you're kind of wearing that stylized knight sort of armor, some people kind of stand in awe looking at you as you walk by. You're stunning good looks.
I'll wave at the folks.
Yeah.
I'll wave at the crowd.
Yeah, and they're like, oh wow, cool.
Thanks for having us, Wall.
Yeah, you kind of wave at them. And Adine, what are you doing here? Have you changed size, or are you a dragon, invisible dragon, sloshing through the mud, or what's going on?
So I think I'm invisible for sure. And oh gosh, I'm probably so heavy. So she can fly. Can she hover or fly very slowly?
Yep, for sure. You could do those things. Yeah, you can just be circling above, right? That sort of thing. Or
yeah, just kind of circling above, keeping an eye on things, but like not very far above. Like
you have really good eyesight and hearing
feet
too.
Above, not very far above at all.
Yeah. If you hover, you'd be creating quite a downdraft. But if you just glide in circles, then you're not really going to be all that noticeable. So.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do the flying in lazy circles.
Yeah. Kind of picking his way through the crowd, kind of going against the flow. So somebody obviously that didn't come with you is a rather tall man on horseback, just kind of picking his way through the crowd. Jad and Dietrich, you guys notice that the crowd kind of changes its tone as he passes by. People start kind of whispering under their breath. When they see him, they kind of look away and try not to make eye contact. He just kind of picks his way across. If you guys, the two of you can roll a d20, and if you roll under your IQ, then you'll know who he is.
Yep.
Cool. And let's just for fun.
Oh, so close.
So close. It's yeah. He
time.
looks familiar. Yeah, you're like, I know that guy. So that guy for you is Dietrich, your character. I recognize him as Madcap Mike Legault. A known
Madcap what?
Madcap Mike Legault is his last name. He's known to be a gunslinger in these parts.
Yeah, I'll tell Jad.
Yeah.
It's Madcap.
All three of you need to give me a perception check. Difficulty's 15.
So what does that mean?
You roll a d20, and you would add your perception bonus if you have one.
I don't think I have one yet.
And what tab is that on? I'm just trying.
I don't know.
Has the organizer of the caravan mentioned anything about a plan beyond making it to Wall?
There we go.
That was it. Everybody's free to do what they want.
Oh, look at that. A 20.
Nobody's made it.
Wow.
23 modified.
Yeah.
A dirty 23. Sorry. It's okay about that,
Dirty 23. Sorry, you were saying there, Sid.
Oh, just that. So I'm just curious if anyone has discussed any plan beyond making it to Wall.
No, everybody was basically making it here to be free and go their own way now, to set up shop or move on, and however they want to live their lives. This was the destination. Mm-hmm. So, what you guys see though, just with your roles, Sid, you're too busy. Dietrich's too busy looking at Madcap Mike and going, "Oh wow, that's Madcap Mike," and I don't know if Adine has any perception bonuses.
I do not.
No, you don't. Okay. So yeah, it would be you're just basically too high. But Jad, you notice for sure. It's almost like the Highlander. You have this sense, and you kind of like swish and turn around, sort of thing. You're being watched, and when you look around, you spy a pair of Psy Stalkers that are standing behind a makeshift vendor's booth. They seem to have a mule deer hanging there that they've recently skinned and butchered, right? So they're looking to sell the meat, and they're eyeing you and Dietrich almost like you guys are skinned meat. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll try not to make a big visible deal out of it, but I'll kind of elbow Adrion and be like, they might not have our best interests at heart, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll look at him. Can I cast a spell like sense evil non-obviously?
There is no real lack of obviousness when it comes to spell casting. You're definitely doing something. You're saying words, moving your hands, magic energies, right? Like it's
all of them involve that.
Yeah, it's the psychic powers that are not obvious.
I see.
So,
I tell that they're?
I'm gonna put up mind block, I guess.
Yeah, you can activate your mind block for sure. Do
Can
any of you guys have Sixth Sense?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, so we have to remember that in the future because it'll trigger automatically. But,
is it automatic? Okay, cool.
yeah, so it's a permanent reduction of your when it triggers you lose ISP or something like that, but it happens automatically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can activate mind block. All of you would have your ISP, PPE, MDC if you're the dragon back to full from the days that you've been traveling. But the wagon train that you're with is dispersing. People are kind of going their own way. So you are in a busy street on horseback.
Not to try to juggle all these threads at once, but Jad is concerned after what we saw on the way in to town that these nice people of the wagon train are going to get like abused or mistreated or swindled in this town, and like he's racking his brain to try to think of something he might do to improve that. I'm not sure what that is right this second, but that's on his mind.
Okay. Yeah. You have a general expression of concern. You look like as you look around and you see the people.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for something like is there like a foothold of goodness in this town somewhere? Is there like a free clinic that's helping people or something that we can like assist?
It doesn't quite look like it as you look around from your position. It looks like gambling halls, mining outfits.
Gotcha.
It's a bunch of the male to female ratio here is very high, right? Like it's a bunch of people that have come out here to dig and find. It's almost like the gold rush back in the original West, right?
I see.
So yeah, they're literally setting up shop in a boomtown. Because somebody somebody struck it rich on old riffs pre-riffs artifacts. So,
I guess at my level, mind block lasts for 10 minutes.
There you go. You're good for the next 10. Anybody trying to read your mind is going to have a hard time.
They tend to anyway.
It's hard to find it.
Yeah.
Do I know that they're side stalkers? I don't remember if you.
Yeah, you recognize them as that.
Okay.
That species of creature. They aren't coalition, right? They're just like wild side stalkers.
I see. And they don't seem.
They got the tribal tattoos and stuff like that.
They don't seem to be like aware that there's an invisible dragon flying around.
They're looking at you. Once Jad tapped you on the shoulder and pointed them out, they kind of, one of them's even licking their lips, sort of thing. You, master psionic and magic user, are a tasty treat. So
yeah. All right. I guess I'll talk to Madcap.
You want to find him? Okay, you can head after him. As you kind of go to turn your horse around and head in the direction that because he was kind of heading opposite direction you guys were. You turn around and you notice that there's the large man that helped the naked woman into the brick is now standing there behind you, and he looks at you and Jad says, "Saber night, huh?" Nodding up at Jad.
Just barely, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah. Well, look, we can't have you roaming around with your armor and your guns and your size sword or whatever you've got. Gonna start a panic in the streets here. We're all free folk here, don't need any would-be overlords trying to make a name for themselves. I dealt with past ones just fine, and he motions up to a glitter boy helmet that's hanging on the end of one of the beams that the banner of the brick is strung to. Looks kind of battered and bashed and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're only dressed this way because we've just come in from the wilds. Where can we stay and take off our armor?
Well, you want to store your stuff. Safe facilities are available for 20 credits a day, payable in trade to Mr. Swanson at the Brick.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Fair.
Yeah. It's right over that way. Everybody finds it eventually. Oh, y'all won't find another brick here in Wall. And with that, we will end it for this session. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for playing, watching us, listening to us play some riffs. It's an older game. It's got its charm. It's also got its crunch, but it can be loads of fun. So, if you like this, hit subscribe. You'll be notified when we put out another one. And if you can't roll high, you can always hang with us at Initiative 0.